everybody, and welcome to Top Comics to Pre-Order in a Flash. I'm Andy.
I'm Matt.
We're here with Infinity Flux Comics out of Chattanooga, Tennessee, and this is our really quick show where we show you some of the biggest and best books that you can pre-order by this weekend over at infinityflux.net, so you don't miss out on any of the good stuff when it comes out. We've got an interesting week.
Yeah.
It's a little bit different. There's not as big number ones and everything, but some very cool books.
Yeah.
Anyways, so let's get into it.
We're going to start with Ultimate Spider-Man number 4. So number 3 comes out next week. We'll be talking about it on Monday. But in this one, the question is asked, who is the Green Goblin? There may be a clue on that cover right there. Peter's secret life starts to fray the edges of his personal life, and Jonah and Ben's pursuit of the truth stirs unrest with the world at large, which sounds really cool.
And look right there, we might be getting our Ultimate Gwen Stacy.
Yep.
So very cool. Next up, we have one that I'm very excited about. This is Star Wars Darth Maul, Black, White, and Red. So Darth Maul is getting that treatment, even though he's always been those colors.
Yeah.
And this first issue is going to be by Ben Percy. And in this, it's going to be a Darth Maul horror story, as there is a prison ship that is full of cultists, goes offline, and Palpatine sends Maul to investigate and what horrors he finds there. So this sounds really cool. It's going to be a mini-series like a lot of these, but I believe this one, each individual issue is by a different creative team, so don't miss out on this one.
Next is Dick Tracy number 1. This is the start of a new ongoing series from Mad Cave. This is set in the aftermath of World War II. There's a brutal murder that captures the attention of Dick Tracy, and he's going to discover through his investigation that the bloodshed is just the beginning of this big, complicated web that's going to threaten everything that he cares about. And it says that it will have the classic elements like his iconic villains and his watch radio, all that cool stuff.
Very cool. Next up, we have Superman number 13. This is actually part 2 of House of Brainiac. So this cover goes right alongside that Action Comics cover to make the first 2 parts. And in this, Superman has to team up with Lobo to stop the Lobo army and Brainiac. But can they work together long enough to do this? Or is that Superman can't take any more of Lobo? We'll have to see. But this is your second part of the House of Brainiac story.
Next is Cobra Commander number 4. Number 3 came out this week. It was fantastic. In this one, it just says that Cobra Commander has a new ally, whether he likes it or not. And if you read number 3, you know who that is. But somebody else may be one step ahead of him in his plans.
And next up, we have Jackpot and Black Cat number 2. Issue number 1 will be coming out this next week. We'll be talking about it on Monday. But wanted to let you know that the second issue is already up for pre-order. And in this one, much of New York City is out to kill Mary Jane, including Black Cat. What classic Marvel villain is behind this that has ties to those two? So we'll have to find out and see. But this is the Adam Hughes A cover, and I'm very excited about this series.
Next is Nightwing number 113. So this is a big one because it's Legacy number 300. Now, the solicitations don't give us any information whatsoever about this issue, so we'll have to wait and see what it's really about. But I can tell you that this is the last issue before the Fallen Grayson storyline starts, which is the big last story arc for Tom Taylor and Bruno Redondo.
Next up, we have a new one called Blow Away by Zach Thompson and Nicola Izzo. And this sounds really cool. This is a 5-issue miniseries where there's a wildlife photographer who's out in a remote, cold area. And as they're taking pictures, they witness 2 climbers get in an argument that escalates into violence and possibly a murder. So the photographer is going to try to figure out what they just saw, but are they even safe now that they witnessed this? You'll have to read it to find out, but it sounds very, very cool.
Next is Daredevil number 8. We wanted to spotlight this one because it is a special oversized issue marking 60 years of Daredevil. Police on both sides of the law are hunting him. There's something vicious, deep, with a deep connection to Matt's soul, and there is the return of an old foe with the blood of Matt's closest allies on his hands.
Yeah, and I believe it's a $9.99 issue,
Okay.
So it's a big one. And lastly, we've got Crisis on Infinite Earths number 1 facsimile edition. We want to let you know about this because it looks like they are doing all 12 parts. I looked it up. I saw the first 3 at least are solicited. There's the regular cover, the foil cover, and the sketch cover. So if you want to collect this facsimile edition, reprinting this classic crossover event that really shaped the DC universe, don't miss out on the first one because it looks like we'll be getting these for at least a year.
Yeah.
So jump on, get the number one, this awesome wraparound George Perez cover. Get the regular, get the foil, get the sketch, any of those that you can order right now. And that is it for Top Comics to pre-order in a flash. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to head over to infinityflux.net right now where you can pre-order these books we just talked about. There's a bunch more over there as well. And we'll be going over a lot of other ones, plus the variant covers, all of that on our Friday show coming up in just a little bit. So thank you so much for watching, and until next time, see ya.